BuzzFeed and stuff like that, just to keep it lighthearted and fun. Hopefully you guys are, having a good Valentine's Day, whether you have a Valentine or not. Just, it's a good day just to celebrate. Love doesn't have to be romantic, But I'm just gonna pull up the 2 articles that I have here, and we will go ahead and get started. By the way, if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my phone, so I can go through these for you guys. But anyway, without any further ado, let's just get into the video. Alright, so the first article is from 17 Magazine, and it's called 13 Valentine's Day Horror Stories That'll Make You Cringe So Hard. So, the first one is called I Got Dumped. Pretty much sums it up right there. So it says, my ex-boyfriend invited me over to his house to spend Valentine's Day with him. Girl, what are you doing? I was really excited, and I had even bought him some really nice pens and a notebook because he was really into drawing. I drove 30 minutes from my place to get there. Wow, dedicated. And we were just hanging out in his room. He was acting really weird, so I asked him what was wrong, and he proceeded to break up with me right there after I gave him his present. Yikes. Okay, wow, yeah, that's brutal. I've been broken up with on New Year's Eve, and I thought that was brutal, but getting dumped on Valentine's Day, yeah, I think that takes the cake. Sorry to hear that, girl. Can't imagine. Alright, the next story is called I Got Stood Up, Then Swerved. Okay, so I'd been seeing a guy for about 2 months, and we hadn't had the talk yet about whether or not we were an official couple. He asked if I wanted to go out on Valentine's Day, though he had just said Friday. I was like, yeah, great. Assuming he knew that it was Valentine's Day, I got a blowout and dressed up and then waited at the sushi place for 45 minutes. I could just feel everyone giving me sad eyes for being stood up on. So finally, he got there. No good excuse for being late and no flowers. I busted his balls about this, and he totally panicked because he had no idea it was Valentine's Day. Dude, how do you not know? He wound up giving me the I'm not in a good place to commit to anybody right now, blah, blah, blah speech right there. Oh, yeah, that's brutal. That really sucks. Oh my god. Yeah, no. Honestly, though, I still think that's better than getting dumped on Valentine's Day. Alright, the next one is called I Got Pranked. One time in middle school, my biggest crush asked me to be his girlfriend. After that, I started sending him cute glitter texts saying how much I loved him and missed him. A few days later, right before Valentine's Day, he told my best friend to tell me he was only pulling a prank on me because he wanted to see what would happen. Life sucked. Oh, yeah, that's really rough, and that's honestly so cruel. Middle school, what a time. Alright, the next one is an interesting one, guys. It's called I Clogged the Toilet. On Valentine's Day, my senior year of high school, my mom decided it would be a good idea to invite the extended family over. Her cousin had just gotten divorced, and somehow both the cousin and the ex showed up. Cue the stiffest family gathering you could ask for. Yeah, obviously. You could seriously feel the tension through the whole house. This surreal nightmare culminated in me clogging the toilet, which caused a pipe to burst, which caused a massive leak about 5 feet from where everyone was sitting eating cheese. Oh my god. I don't know what's worse, that or the breakup story, you guys. If that happened to me, disastrous dinner on Valentine's Day. It was so bad that the waitress actually asked if I was okay. Oh shit. And I wound up breaking up with him the next day on the actual holiday. My train home wasn't until the next day, so I had to stay at his place after dumping him. Oh my god. Yeah, that's rough. That's really, really, really rough. Yikes. Yeah, oh my god. I don't know what's worse, the person who did the dumping or the person being dumped. Probably the person being dumped, but that's just such a shitty situation all around. Alright, the next story. I got into a fight with my girlfriend. Right as my family was leaving for a week-long ski trip, my girlfriend and I got into this huge fight over text. She was saying how much she was going to miss me that week, but to such an extreme point where every other message was, "I miss you." I said, "Excuse me, sorry, I don't feel like doing the I miss you game." So she got all depressed and was mad at me. So I spent all of Valentine's Day reassuring her that I loved her and that I wouldn't leave her. When I got back, I suggested we have a late celebration, and she wasn't having any of that. Yeah, that sounds a little bit toxic in my opinion, but I don't know, girl, you do you. Alright, the next story. I got caught sending an anonymous Valentine. I had a very awkward moment when I slipped an anonymous Valentine to my crush George, and he showed it to everyone in the class. They all recognized my handwriting, so they all knew it was from me. I tried to front like it wasn't really from me, but that I had written it for a friend. Smart. No one bought it, though, of course. Yeah, that's totally awkward. Alright, the next one is called I Confessed My Feelings for My Best Friend, Then He Said He Loved Our Mutual Friend. Oh shit. Okay, I told my best friend I was in love with him on Valentine's Day. He told me he didn't feel the same way about me, and he said he was secretly in love with our other friend. He kept saying how hot she was, which made me feel inferior. Things were rough for a while. I was mad at him for being insensitive when I had literally just poured out my heart to him. I ended up rebounding with some other guy, and my best friend and I stopped speaking for a while. I was heartbroken for a long time. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, mad props to you though for like laying your feelings out there on the line like that. It's hard to at least for me, I don't know about any of you guys, but it's hard for me to like totally be transparent or lay my feelings out there on the line like that. You know, sometimes I don't like talking about my feelings all that much. Obviously in my relationship I do talk about my feelings and stuff, but you know, it's just not an easy thing to do, and I feel like a lot of people my age also struggle with that. So if you can relate, let me know. Make me feel less alone. I would appreciate it. Alright, the next story is called My Boyfriend Forgot About Valentine's Day. Yeah. Jack and I met on Christmas Eve. Valentine's Day was about 7 weeks later, and we were strolling down the street together when I mentioned that it was Valentine's Day, and that I was so excited to give him my gift. It was like a light bulb went off in his head. He hadn't even considered the magnitude of a weekend like that for a girlfriend. A few steps later, he spied a CVS and petitioned me to please wait outside while he ran in. Minutes later, he returned outside with a bag containing a pathetic small heart-shaped box of CVS chocolates. Oh, yeah, that's rough. I mean, like, I really feel like the guy or the boyfriend should make the effort to remember Valentine's Day, because that's really like a day to to celebrate, like, the love that you guys have for each other, I feel like. But at least, like, he tried to make up for it with some chocolates. Like, I don't know if the boy genuinely forgot, then, like, I guess I understand, but it still just sucks. Like, alright, the next story is called My Secret Admirer Stood Me Up. I was sitting in history class on Valentine's Day when I got a weird text from a number I didn't recognize asking me to be their Valentine. I had no clue who it was, so I asked. He said we had met before, but didn't give me any more details. After hours of texting back and forth, I was dying to know who my secret admirer was. I agreed to meet up for a blind date at a coffee shop, but took a ton of safety precautions, including telling all my friends where I was going and letting the barista know I was on a blind date. Very smart. I got to the coffee shop and was so excited. Time ticked by. A half hour later, I had realized I had been stood up on Valentine's Day, and I didn't even know by who. The next week, the same anonymous number teased me about getting stood up. The whole experience was such a bummer. Yeah, that sounds so shitty, honestly, but I guess it's kind of better that it was a secret admirer, because I feel like it would almost hurt more knowing who the person was and then getting stood up. At least, like, you didn't know who it was and you could just, like, totally block the number afterwards. At least that's what I would do. Alright, the next story is called I Discovered My Crush Was in a Relationship. Alright, during my freshman year, I had this giant crush on this guy Zach in my honors bio class. He was super cute, a skater dude, and really goofy. My dad was driving me to school the morning of Valentine's Day, and as we pulled up to campus, my phone started buzzing. I picked it up to find that my best friend was calling me, saying Zach taped a Valentine onto my locker. I got to my locker only to be met with a brand new, unopened whoopee cushion taped to the top of it. I thought, LOL, only Zach would do this, and thought it was a confirmation of our love for each other. A week later, he saw me in the hallway and said, oh yeah, by the way, I have a girlfriend. I acted like everything was okay and went home, and cried the rest of the night. Aw, yeah, that sounds like... I feel like guys can be so immature and just, like, cruel at that age. Like, that's messed up, seriously. Alright, the next story is called I Was Caught Pantsless. My best friend, her boyfriend, my boyfriend, and I made plans to get Valentine's Day dinner together. The restaurant was close to my boyfriend's house, so we all went over there after school to hang out beforehand. At some point, my friend and I scurried upstairs to change out of our school clothes and into something cuter, and I accidentally left the pants I'd been wearing at school behind at my boyfriend's house. The next day, he gave the pants back to me in the hallway before class, saying, here, you left these at my house. Apparently, his mom had found them and had asked a lot of questions, and so did my friends. Oh yeah, that's kind of awkward. Definitely, like, more awkward, especially for that age group. Alright, this is the last story, the 13th story of this article, and it says, and it's called I Splattered Myself with Food. My ex-boyfriend and I wanted to make dinner on Valentine's Day, and his mother decided that she needed to be home and pretended to be sick to spy on us. Ultimately, she made me so nervous that I dropped pasta sauce all over the kitchen floor and my dress. My ex told her she needed to leave us alone because she was making me so anxious. Yeah, that's really awkward and really rough. I'm assuming that they were young, and that's probably why the mom felt the need to spy on them, because I just feel like this wouldn't happen to switch on over to the Cosmopolitan article to read a few stories. I don't know if I'm going to go through all of them just because I don't want this video to be too long, but I will go ahead and read some of them. Alright, so the first story is called, oh my god, my hair's doing all sorts of crazy things, you guys. I'm a whole ass mess today. I'm so sorry. I wanted to be like more festive for this video too, but it is what it is. Alright. Dream date disaster. A new guy surprised me by planning the perfect Valentine's Day date, a romantic dinner followed by fireworks on the beach. Everything was great until the check arrived. He asked me, should we split it or do you just want to pay for your meal? After dinner, we took a walk on the pier. He bumped into a girl who was obviously his ex-girlfriend, and after talking and laughing for about 20 minutes without including me, he finally said, "Oh, sorry, this is my friend Kat." We broke up the next day. As you should. As you should. There are so many things wrong with that. I can't. Alright. The next story is called Shot in the Heart. I had a crush on a close guy friend during college, so I was really excited when he asked me to come over to watch a movie on Valentine's Day. I arrived at his dorm room with a handwritten poem that confessed how much I liked him. After I read it, he said, "That's nice," and promptly started the movie Reservoir Dogs. It was clear by the first gunshot that romance was not on his mind. I was heartbroken and had to watch a gruesome, violent movie with no chance of cuddling with my crush. Yeah, definitely mixed signals there. Weird. Alright, the next one is called On Thin Ice. I bought my boyfriend tickets to the Columbus Blue Jackets hockey game for Valentine's Day. During a break in the game, my guy spontaneously grabbed and kissed me. I pulled away because I was so shocked, and that's when he pointed to the Jumbotron screen. We had been on the kiss cam, and everyone in the arena had seen my bitchy pull away and embarrassed reaction. No, oh my god, that is totally something that would happen to me though. Oh my god, that sucks, girl. But that is kind of funny. Alright, the next story is called X Hits the Spot. After secretly dating two guys, Dan and Joe, for a few months, I told Joe I didn't want a relationship so that I could get serious with Dan. On Valentine's Day, Dan took me out to dinner and I almost choked on my drink when our waiter arrived. It was Joe. To make matters worse, Dan ordered a dish with, some kind of sauce. I don't know how to pronounce that. Which he loved. He gushed to the waiter, aka my ex, if she could cook like this, I'd marry her. I wanted to die. Girl, if some shit like that happened to me, I would also want to die. Yeah, what do you do in that situation? You're literally having dinner with the guy that you're, like, pursuing a relationship with, and the guy that you were just ended one with comes up as your waiter. What do you do? What do you do in that scenario? Like, there's no saving yourself there. I can't imagine. Alright, the next one is called Honestly, Abe. After a long dry spell, I was psyched to finally have a new guy in my life so we could spend Valentine's Day together. Call me corny, but I was hoping I'd get flowers or chocolate. You know, what every girl wants. Instead, he gave me an old Abe Lincoln bobblehead that looked like it came from the bottom of his closet. I honestly didn't even know what to say, so I just mumbled, "Thank you." After a few more bad dates, I pulled off Abe's head and kicked that boy to the curb. to surprise me by making a special dinner or sending flowers. I didn't talk to him all day, so I was really excited to see what he'd planned when I got home from work. I walked in the door to find him sitting in front of the TV in sweatpants. He gave me the lamest card I've ever seen and then asked, "What do you want to order for dinner?" I was shocked that to him low-key meant nothing at all. Yeah, that's... Listen, I feel like, honestly, that might depend on how long you've been dating the person. I'm sure the guy didn't mean any harm by that, but yeah, sometimes, like, I'm totally guilty of this as well, but, like, the girl will have, like, higher expectations, and the guy will just totally not meet that, or just have a different understanding of what, you know, the expectations are. In my experience, and no offense to any of the guys in my life, but you need to spell things out for them crystal clear. Like, you just need to be straightforward and say exactly what you want or what you're thinking, because otherwise they will not get it and you will just end up being frustrated, disappointed, or hurt. So save yourself the trouble and just lay it all out there. I'm still learning this, but I thought I would share that with you guys. So, the next story is called Party Foul. My boyfriend Matt and I didn't have any special plans for Valentine's Day, so we decided to have a few friends over for an impromptu get-together. I was a little pissed that he invited Krista, a girl I suspected had a thing for him. I played it cool until later that night when he admitted that he had cheated on me with her a few months before. When I confronted her, she denied it, but later I heard her ask Matt, "Why did you tell her?" After a big blowout, I left the party and Krista spent the night with my guy. That is all kinds of fucked up. All kinds of fucked up. I can't. That's absolutely brutal. Yeah, I would literally go insane. I would probably throw hands. I'm not kidding. That shit would so not fly with me. Alright. The next story is called Thief in the Night. The guy had been dating, Clay, was totally MIA on Valentine's Day. At first I was worried, but after not hearing from him all day, I started to get pissed. That night I got a call from the county jail asking me to accept a collect call from Clay. He had stolen his parents' brand new car and they reported it to the police. Even though I have a thing for bad boys, I broke up with that loser the next day. As you should. As you should. Alright. There's one more story, you guys. So it looks like I was able to get through all of them. And this one is called Double Trouble. One Valentine's Day, I planned an elaborate meal for my boyfriend. He acted really awkward during dinner, and when I gave him a gift, he said, "Oh, I don't have your gift. Can I give it to you tomorrow?" I found out later that he was dating another girl and had already celebrated Valentine's Day with her earlier that evening. Yup. Really messed up. Well, on that lovely note, I hope you guys are having a much better Valentine's Day than those people were, because some of those, I just feel like it doesn't get any worse than that. Some of them were pretty bad. Some of them were funny, but some of them were just, like, really, really rough. But yeah. Anyway, I hope this was entertaining for you guys. I do want to film a girl talk Q&A / ramble sometime soon, so look out for a community tab post asking you guys to leave me questions or topics and ideas to talk about. I would really appreciate your participation on that post so I can make a girl talk part 2 video a reality. So yeah, with all that being said, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just end things here. I'm so exhausted, you guys. If you couldn't tell, I know I look a mess, but I'll be back on my game for the next video. So I hope that you have